CIA just admitted that for 70 years they've been lying about UFOs. But the truth isn't what you think. U-2 and later Oxcart flights accounted for more than one-half of all UFO reports during the late 1950s and most of the 1960s. Every alien sighting, every close encounter, every mysterious craft darting across desert skies, it was us, all along. What you're about to hear is the real story of Area 51, straight from 400 pages of declassified CIA documents that took 58 years to see daylight. The CIA publicly acknowledged the base's existence on 25th of June 2013 through a Freedom of Information Act request filed in 2005. And I've spent months analyzing these classified files. What I discovered will shatter everything you believe about America's most secret military base and reveal why the government was happy to let you believe in aliens rather than tell you the truth. By the end of this video, you'll understand how Area 51 became the birthplace of aviation technology that's still classified today, why the CIA created the greatest disinformation campaign in history, and what they're still hiding in the Nevada desert. On April 12, 1955, Richard Bissell and Colonel Osmond Ritland flew over Nevada with Kelly Johnson in a small Beechcraft plane. Johnson was the director of Lockheed's legendary Skunk Works. What they were looking for would change the world forever. They needed a location so remote, so inaccessible, that the most advanced aircraft in human history could be tested without Soviet satellites detecting them. In 1955, the Central Intelligence Agency, US Air Force and defense contractor Lockheed Martin chose an ultra-remote site in the Mojave Desert of southern Nevada, about 80 miles from Las Vegas. The site they chose? A dry lake bed next to the Nevada test site where atomic bombs were being detonated. The ranch was evacuated in June 1957 for a series of nuclear tests whose fallout was expected to contaminate the Groom Lake facility. Think about that. They built America's most secret base next to a nuclear testing ground. But here's what the declassified documents reveal about the real purpose. Johnson was the director of the Lockheed Corporation's Skunk Works, which, as part of a secret CIA Air Force project, codenamed Aquatone by the CIA and Oilstone by the Air Force, was building a revolutionary spy plane, designated the U-2. This wasn't just about building aircraft. This was about peering into the heart of the Soviet Union during the most dangerous period of the Cold War. One wrong move, one detected flight, and World War III could begin. The 400-page CIA history contains the first deliberate, official references to Area 51, also known as Groom Lake, as a site developed by the intelligence agency in the 1950s to test fly the high-altitude U-2 reconnaissance plane. But here's the problem. Commercial aircraft in the 1950s flew at 10,000 to 20,000 feet. The U-2 flew at 70,000 feet. Imagine you're a pilot in 1957. You look up and see a metallic object flying at impossible altitudes, moving at incredible speeds, with no visible means of propulsion. What would you report? A UFO, an alien spacecraft, something not of this world. Their designs were so radical that test flights over the Nevada desert often prompted a rash of UFO sightings. The CIA knew this. They counted on it. Every UFO report was actually a classified test flight, and they were perfectly happy to let America believe in little green men rather than reveal their spy planes. But here's where it gets even more sinister. When civilians reported these sightings, the Air Force would investigate through Project Blue Book, officially looking for aliens while knowing exactly what people had seen. It was the perfect cover story. For decades, the CIA actively encouraged UFO conspiracy theories because it protected their real secrets. Every alien enthusiast was unknowingly working for American intelligence. By 1959, the Soviets had figured out how to shoot down U-2s. Gary Powers proved that when he was captured over Russia in 1960, the CIA needed something faster, higher, more invisible. By September 1959, the CIA was back, using the site to develop the A-12, the forerunner to the SR-71. The A-12 took its first flight at Area 51 on April 26, 1962, and in May it broke the sound barrier flying at Mach 1.1. But that was just the beginning. In May and August of 1965, it actually set speed and altitude records flying at 90,000 feet, and Mach 3.29, that's almost 2,500 miles per hour. Let that sink in. In 1965, while most Americans were driving cars that could barely hit 100 miles per hour, the CIA was flying aircraft at 2,500 miles per hour, at altitudes where the sky turns black and you can see the curvature of the Earth. An Area 51 engineer shared declassified photos of the CIA's secret spy plane. How do you make the A-12 ox cart stealthier? Hang it upside down in the desert. They were literally testing stealth technology by hanging multi-million-dollar aircraft upside down to see how they appeared on radar. Now imagine seeing that flying over your house in 1965. A black triangular craft, silent at altitude, moving at impossible speeds. Of course, people reported aliens. The truth was far stranger than science fiction. But here's what the CIA documents reveal that's even more classified. Other declassified documents reveal Area 51's role in testing foreign radar systems and, during the Cold War, secretly obtained Soviet MiG fighters. Area 51 wasn't just building American aircraft, they were flying stolen Soviet jets. MiG-17s, MiG-21s acquired through defectors and covert operations. American test pilots were flying enemy aircraft to understand their capabilities and develop countermeasures. Think about the security implications. If a Soviet pilot saw American aircraft flying alongside captured MiGs in the Nevada desert, it would expose the entire intelligence operation. Every test flight was a potential international incident. The documents also reveal something else. The area was photographed with American reconnaissance assets to better assess what the Soviet Union's spy satellites could see. The CIA was literally spying on their own base to understand how to hide from Soviet surveillance. This means Area 51 was simultaneously the most advanced aviation facility on Earth and the most vulnerable. One satellite photo, one leaked document, one defected pilot could have exposed decades of intelligence operations. Area 51 has been the focus, site for UFOs and extraterrestrials, but it is better understood as a US government facility for the testing of a number of US secret aircraft projects, including the U-2, Oxcart, and the F-117. The F-117 stealth fighter, the B-2 stealth bomber, the Predator drone, all born at Area 51. Every revolutionary aircraft technology of the last 70 years was first tested over that Nevada desert. And the projects that are still classified? They're still flying there today. The CIA history released Thursday not only refers to Area 51 by name and describes some of the activities that took place there, but places the Air Force Base on a map along the dry Groom Lake bed. But notice what they didn't declassify. Anything after 1974. 50 years of classified projects remain hidden. The Aurora hypersonic aircraft, unmanned combat vehicles, technology that makes the SR-71 look primitive. While UFOs are mentioned, they're said to have been high-flying U-2 spy planes. But what about the UFO sightings from the 1980s, 90s, and today? Here's the truth. Area 51 succeeded so well at hiding advanced technology behind alien conspiracy theories that they're still using the same playbook today. Every unexplained aerial phenomenon, every tic-tac UFO, every impossible maneuver captured on military sensors. Ask yourself, is it aliens or is it just Area 51's latest test flight? Remember that shocking statistic from the beginning? U-2 and later Oxcart flights accounted for more than one-half of all UFO reports during the late 1950s and most of the 1960s. Every alien sighting you've heard about from that era, it was American technology, not extraterrestrial visitors. For 70 years, the greatest disinformation campaign in history convinced the world that advanced aircraft were alien spacecraft. The CIA didn't just hide their secrets, they made people want to believe in something else entirely. So the next time you see an unexplained aircraft performing impossible maneuvers, ask yourself, am I looking at visitors from another world? Or am I witnessing the latest test flight from the world's most secret airbase? What do you think is still flying over Area 51 today? Drop your theory in the comments below, and if you want to explore more declassified military secrets they don't want you to know about, hit that subscribe button. Next week, I'm revealing the classified story of the SR-71 Blackbird pilot who flew so fast that his aircraft literally outran the missiles fired at it. What happened next changed supersonic flight forever.